Harlequin Intrigue and HarlequinAudio present The Secret She Kept by Rita Herron. Performed by Vivienne Leheny. To my fabulous editor, Allison, who has been a steadfast supporter over the years, thanks for helping me publish with Harlequin Intrigue and for always being open to my ideas. Prologue. They were all to blame. Anger churned inside him as he stared at the invitation in his hand. You are cordially invited to the dedication for the new Briar Ridge High School. Please join us as we dedicate the building to those who were lost in the Briar Ridge High shooting. Let's celebrate the beginning of a new era. Kate McKendrick, Principal, Briar Ridge High. He balled his hands into fists. 15 years ago, the shooting at the school had torn the town apart. 4 students had been killed, along with a teacher. Several others had been injured. Ned Hodgkins, the gunman, had turned the weapon on himself. His classmates had seemed shocked that Ned would do such a thing. They'd been too busy attending football games, dances, and socializing to notice that Ned had been hurting. That others had felt left out too. He opened the yearbook and cut out photos of all the classmates who'd wronged Ned, who'd wronged him. One by one, he carefully spread the pictures on his kitchen table. They were so popular back then, but they'd been selfish. He tapped the picture of Kate with his finger. She'd wanted to tear down the old school, to destroy the past, to wipe it away as if it never happened. She had to pay for that. So did the others. Each would receive their own message, but he'd start with Kate. He turned the invitation over and began to write. Dear Kate, it was your fault. He placed the invitation back inside the envelope to send to her. She wanted to forget about the past, to pretend Ned wasn't important. No one would forget about Ned or what had happened. He wouldn't let them. Chapter 1. Kate McKendrick would never forget the terrible day Ned Hodgkins shot up Briar Ridge High School. Sometimes the pain was so unbearable she couldn't breathe. But she was a survivor. And even though surviving brought guilt, it also inspired her to do something positive for the town where she'd grown up. 15 years had passed now. It was time to move on. The sound of bus engines roaring to life blended with cheers of students as they left the building. Through her window, she watched the kids high-fiving and gathering by their vehicles to plan where they would go to celebrate. Summer break was always exciting and meant lazy days at the river, burgers and milkshakes at Frosty's, and swimming at the swimming hole near the falls. Teachers were also anxious for a much-needed vacation from the classroom. Yet this year, the end of the school session marked the beginning of a new era. Students and faculty would be in a new school come fall, a facility she'd pushed for as the school principal for over 2 years. Not only was this old building crumbling around them, but the creek had overflowed and flooded the school. Inspectors had found mold in the walls, and the health department had ruled the place a hazard, prompting the building plans to be expedited. Truthfully, though, the parents in Briar Ridge didn't consider the school a safe place anyway. The shooting that had shattered the town still haunted residents like a black plague. Mixed emotions filled Kate as the noise outside died down. Inside, the school felt suddenly empty. Cold. Almost eerie. She left her office, walked into the hall, and studied the memorial featuring the students who'd been lost in the shooting. Photographs of the victims hung on the wall. So many lives lost and destroyed that day. So senseless. But the most personal loss for Kate was her mother, Elaine, a teacher at the time, 45 years old, dead too soon.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?